Okay. Right. Tony, thank you for the intro. Jonathan, thank you for, where are you, Jonathan? Somewhere. Thanks for that opening video, which definitely means that, I don't know how to follow that, really. There's nothing cuter than that. So I don't have to worry about being the cutest thing on stage anymore. Right, so we are here all together again, 4th edition of Mage Titans. It's good to see you all. And I want to, of course, we're at a comedy club. We're at a comedy club, but I do have to talk about some very serious things. So we recently, at Magento, kind of marked a 10th anniversary of sorts. It's been over 10 years since the beta of Magento 1 was released. 10 years. In dog years, that's 70 years. In e-commerce years, that's eons, right? And it's amazing to think that this whole thing started because a company couldn't serve clients very well with the tools that they were using at the time, named OS Commerce. And they thought they recognized something really amazing, though, in the OS Commerce space. They recognized people coming together, working together to build an application, and then people extending that application and kind of a whole community growing around that. So they figured, hey, we could take a chance and build something big. And that thing that they built, Magento, by the way, is what I'm building up to. That thing that they built today, 2017, powers over $124 billion a year in global merchandise volume, right? So basically, $124 billion a year flowing through Magento code bases all over the world. In fact, probably last year I was saying it was 50 billion because that's what we thought. But then we hired some analysts who actually, analyze. And they went out and they looked at these, they do the research. And they're not paid to tell a good story, they're paid to tell an accurate story, right? So they want to get it right. And so they came back to us and they said, well, yeah, you guys were wrong. Thanks for paying us money to look into this. $124 billion, 60 million consumers. So everyone in here, right? So this, by the way, these aren't just our numbers, right? They're all of your numbers too, because it all happens with your work as well. 60 million consumers touch Magento codebase. I know more than once every year I'm buying something online and I go, oh, yeah, I know that checkout. So these are amazing numbers, as we're fond of saying these days, we've got the best numbers, better than anyone else's. I know. That line trumps all others. Sorry. The number here, though, that I think about the most, that makes me wake up with a smile and occasionally makes me sweat in the middle of the night. $5.1 billion. That's the Magento economy, and that means that we have. This is the number. This is the business of the Magento business. This number is an aggregation of, people working in the Magento space. It is salaries being paid. It is, mortgages being paid. It's a better way of life. It's companies being created. It's food on the table. It's maybe moving to a new country. It's occasionally giving up your weekends to come to events like this. This number is an amazing number, right? When you think that this started just in an office somewhere, right? But here we are, all a part of this $5 billion economy. And I'm very proud of that number. I feel this little sense of ownership in this number, and that's why it's so important for me and for Magento that we get things right for you guys. Because if we make a misstep, that's a lot of lives that we can impact. The numbers where they're headed, so these same analysts, again, they're paid to get it right. This is where it looks like we're going in the next few years. 224, so quarter of a $250 billion through Magento code base, touching over 100 million buyers, and then $13 billion. It will be the business of the Magento business. So I just wanted to, I'm sorry, I hate being serious at a comedy club, but this is very serious stuff. And I want you to know that I am surrounded by professionals and that we take things very professionally. Very, very professionally. We care. This was about 10 hours ago. All right, gang. So that's it. I want to bring up someone who is I think, a source of inspiration for a lot of us, a big voice in the Magento community. You may have heard him blathering on in one of his 15 or so podcasts, and now he's becoming a running evangelist, so watch out, because he'll take you running and he'll feed you hair products and whatnot.